Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, preaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000. I'm the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson. The Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. And I guess I'll title this lesson A False Sense of Reality. All right. As you can see, sales. I got an article from Natural News says sales of survivor bunkers rise following Russia's use of the Oreshnik hypersonic ballistic missile. All right. And I said I titled this video A False Sense of Reality because you see, we've been prophesying and telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that America, aka Babylon the Great, is going to be utterly destroyed from off the face of the earth. All right, via the judgment of the Most High through these nuclear missiles, which are the weapons of his indignation, which are the wasters that were created to destroy Babylon, America, completely off the face of the earth. It will never be inhabited by man. No businesses, is ever gonna, rise again once this place is judged and destroyed. So you see these people are, creating survivor bunkers and trying to prepare for this day of judgment is absolutely ridiculous. It's a false sense of reality. All right. Nothing is going to survive the nuclear destruction that's coming to Babylon the Great. All right. This is a waste of money. It's a wasted investment, and it's ultimately going to, like it says, it's just here to give these people that are, buying these things and investing in these bunkers a false sense of reality. All right. Those bunkers will become your tombs and your graves. And the only ones that's going to be delivered and saved out of America are the elect via the chariots. All right. The Slakia. All right. Salakia. All right. And hey, the only ones that's making it out of Babylon the Great is going to be the elect taken up in the chariots, or the orbs, as you have been hearing about lately in the news, which are the chariots of Israel, are vehicles of salvation. All right. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this article and just show you some of the false sense of reality people are preparing and investing here in America. All right. Because this place is going to be completely obliterated, melted, eviscerated, dissolved when all is said and done. It says Russia's recent use of its new Oreshnik hyperballistic missile in combat against Ukraine last month has reportedly triggered a surge in demand for nuclear survivor bunkers in the United States. And that's an oxymoron, all right? A nuclear survivor bunker in the United States is stupid. It's basically I'm trying to put it in words. It's something that's just ridiculous because there is no survival. There's not going to be anywhere you can hide, anywhere you can run, anywhere you can secure yourself from the judgment that is coming to the United States, to Babylon the Great, man. That's why I said, it's a false sense of reality. All right. It's a waste of time and energy and money and investment. And it just shows you that these people really have no idea what's really going on here. All right. It says the missile, which can travel at 10 times the speed of sound and evade Western air defense systems, was deployed by Russia in response to the U.S. and its allies, allowing Ukraine to use long-range missiles on internationally recognized Russian territory. This development has heightened concerns about nuclear threats, driving Americans to seek shelter options. See, I'm laughing because there are no shelter options. There's nowhere here in Babylon the Great where you can run, you can hide, you can secure yourself from the coming day of the Lord, man. All right. This judgment that's coming upon Babylon Great is going to touch every single mile, acre, tree, building, house, home, cat, dog, person, roach, Every living creature here on the soils of America is going to be completely dissolved from the weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right. Like I said, the only place you can go is to go up into the chariots, and that's only for the elect of Israel. Not even 2/3 of our people that are going to be here on the soils of America are going to be able to escape this judgment that the Lord has prepared for this place. All right, and this is just talking about just this one or Orishnik missile. Russia has plenty other hypersonic and ICBM missiles outside of this one, and other missiles from these other nations from around the world that are going to Salakia, that's going to hit Babylon the Great at that day. You see, it says Ron Hubbard, CEO of Atlas Survival Shelters, a Texas-based survival shelter firm, stated that his company experienced a fourfold increase in inquiries and sales following the Orishnik strike in Ukraine on November 21st. You see? It says Hubbard, whose company manufactures bomb-proofed bunkers and nuclear fallout shelters, reported that 4 customers paid orders within 24 hours of the strike, with many others opting to reinforce their existing bunkers. A customer could spend as little as $20,000 to millions of dollars, excluding installations, and the average customer spends around $500,000 for a bunker. So this guy's raking in the dough for shelters that he's building. That's not even going to get the job done, man. You see? And this shows you that a lot of these people that have money, a lot of these well-to-do people, they know that something of this scale is going to come. But really, a lot of these rich people, they're really preparing these bunkers and getting it ready for when all hell breaks loose. Because they know that financial collapse is going to come. It's going to be, is all this division. It's going to be race wars. It's going to be food wars. And they're hoping that, at the end of the day, that the worst of the worst of it is going to be eventually when this third world war happens and nuclear war comes. Well, at least we'll be in a place where, what we think will be safe. Well, like I said, it just gives them that false sense of reality. But really, a lot of these millionaires that are here in America, they're building these bunkers to hide for when all hell breaks loose on the surface. When people are, and the love of many wax cold, when it speaks about the race riots, the martial law, when all hell is breaking loose, and the sedition is taking place. This is what they're really building these bunkers for. They're just hoping the end all be all is that when it is a third world war, well, at least we'll be here and we can die together, in each other's arms down in our bunkers. We ain't got to worry about, the hordes and the cannibalism and the mad grapings and society collapsing and Mad Max world. At least we'll be sheltered down here from that shit, and that's, the most that you can hope that, wherever these well-to-do people have their bunkers built, at least they'll be shielded from that. But I tell you this for free, as a brother in London like to say, these bunkers are not going to deliver you from the judgment of these nuclear missiles. That's a fact, man. All right. What else was in here? Yeah, look at this. It says no commercially available bunker could survive direct hit from Orishnik. See, and they know this. Like I said, it just gives them a false sense of reality. At least we'll be here. At least we'll be protected when the nuclear missiles will hit. At least we won't be on the surface and have to literally witness seeing the missiles in the sky and everybody stopping what they're doing and just looking up and to see their, their world vaporized. All right, what else is in this shit? And I'm just going to drop one scripture, man. I'm not going to go all too deep into it. But, when I saw this article and I read it, that scripture, and I'm going to read, was the first one that popped into my mind. But it says, while Hubbard's bunkers are marketed as capable of withstanding various disasters, including tornadoes, hurricanes, and pandemics, you see, and that's what these bunkers are really going to be for. Like I said, and you got to put in the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaks loose, when society collapses, these bunkers will keep you safe, from that immediate threat, But the end all be all, hey, you can kiss your ass goodbye, man. It says experts caution that no commercially available bunker could survive a direct hit from a hypersonic missile like the Orishnik. Additionally, the missile's intermediate range ballistic missile classification limits its range to between 3,000 and 5,000 kilometers, meaning only parts of the America West Coast could be within striking distance in the event of a full-scale full-scale nuclear war with Russia. And remember, that's just with Russia. These other nations possess these bombs, man. Like I said, India, Turkey, France, Great Britain, who else? China, North Korea, you know, a lot of these nations, Iran, possess these missiles. And it's not just going to be Russia's nukes that's going to hit Babylon the Great. All these other countries' missiles are going to eventually hit this bitch and burn her with fire, man. You see? It says critics argue that the bunkers create a false sense of security, you see? And because that's true, they do create a false sense of security. But I guess these people rather have that than nothing. You know, but like I said, a lot of these bunkers are just going to keep these people safe, ultimately from the cannibalism, from the famine, from all hell breaking loose when society collapses. You know, I think it'll keep them somewhat secure, you know, from that for the most part. But the ultimate judgment, these nuclear missiles, no. All right. This is no. It says diverting attention from the urgent need to prevent a nuclear proliferation, which is not going to happen. All right. It says bunkers are, in fact, not a tool to survive a nuclear war, but a tool to allow population to psychologically endure the possibility of a nuclear war. Well, like I said, hey, it's just a false sense of reality. I mean, I get it. I mean, of course, you would want it psychologically. Like I said, if these things are coming, I think you'll be a lot better off psychologically down in a bunker instead of being up on the surface, literally seeing the missile, falling back down out of space. Falling down upon your city, then, if you were in the bunker, you don't have to physically see it. But hey, the result is all going to be the same. You're going to be vaporized and destroyed, man. All right. So let me just get this precept, man, and I'm going to close it out. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. And this says what? The terrible visitation. See? It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, and this is talking about these nuclear missiles, all right? It's not talking about an actual people, but it's speaking about how these missiles are going to come. It says, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations, because these missiles are a one-time deal. All right. They're not going to be put in museums. They're not going to be no nuclear proliferation or whatever they call it. These missiles will be used because they're part of the judgment and the anger and the judgment of the Most High upon Babylon the Great. You see, it says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. You see, nothing is going to escape these nuclear missiles when they're shot, and they're, when they're shot off to hit Babylon the Great. You see, it says what? That the land is as the Garden of Eden, right? You got all the trees and the grass and, all of the nature, the woods, the lakes, the rivers, the animals, the green grass, business as usual. But after these nuclear missiles hit this place, it's going to become a complete and desolate wilderness, man. Have you seen nuclear missiles where they shoot them and then you see the aftermath? This is talking about the judgment that's coming upon Babylon the Great via these nuclear missiles, man. And like I said, those bunkers just give you just a psychological, comforting, I guess, But ultimately, nothing is going to escape these nuclear missiles. Neither will your bunker save you. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so they run, because they're coming like a cavalry, of men on horses in a war. And when they're shot, they're all going to be shot, and they're all coming in battle array, It says, like the noise of chariots on tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of the flame of fire that devoureth stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Remember, this is just symbolic talk of these of these different nuclear missiles. All right. It says, before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. You see, and this is why they want those bunkers. Like I said earlier, it's better for you to be in your, well, it's not, I guess it's better, but it's still the same result. I think you'll be psychologically better off if you're in the bunker when these missiles are being shot. So you don't have to be on the surface and literally see these things coming, with with your eyes, and you're just standing there helpless, not knowing what to do. Kind of like when, a couple of years ago when Hawaii had that people was getting the message that a nuclear missile had been shot, and you had people going on Facebook Live, and they were all tormented, they were catching hell, they were crying, they didn't know what to do, they were just psychologically all fucked up. I think you'll be better off if you were somewhere down in a bunker where you didn't receive that message and you thought you were secure down there, not knowing that these things were coming, than you would be on the surface, getting that message on your phone. If you were standing outside and you literally see the missiles coming down, getting ready to just eviscerate you, it'd be much more mentally fucked, but you're fucked either way, It says, before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. It says, they shall run like mighty men, talking about the missiles. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Right. Like they said, that Oreshnik, there's no missile defense system that's going to stop it once it's shot. They're not going to break their ranks. They're not going to malfunction. They can't be shot down. They're not going to just, implode or be stopped or nothing. All right. They're going to perform the task that they were created to do and execute the counsel of the Most High. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. You see? They shall, here's the point, they shall run to and fro. This is talking about the fire, right? Once these missiles are detonated and that 1,000,000-degree heat of all of these thousands of nuclear missiles are descended upon America, man. That's why the scriptures tell you that in Peter's that the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. 1,000,000-degree heat. Bro, when you're cooking food on the stove and you accidentally put your hand over the fire, that shit is fucking hot. You immediately, you pull your hand back, man. And that's probably maybe 100, 200 degrees, maybe. Can you imagine 1,000,000-degree Fahrenheit, man? You're literally gonna, man, come on, bro. Come on. It says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army. Remember, these missiles are part of the army, part of the weaponry of the Most High's judgment. It says, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executed his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible. Who can abide in it? All right. Who's going to abide in it is going to be the elect, because they're going to be taken up into the chariots, man. All right. Let me get that real fast. All right. Come up. I think it's some Revelation. Let's get that one. Here we go. Oh, let me read this one real fast. It says 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. You see? So those bunkers are just going to allow you some type of psychological comfort, but ultimately the result is going to be the same. Everything is going to be burned up, man. All right. These bunkers, like I said, they're really just a waste of money, but I get it why somebody would get it, but hey, the result is going to be the same, man. What is this? This is Revelations 11:12. What does it say in that, Joel? Who can abide in it? Well, the elect are. It says, Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And what are the elect? They're going to come up into the chariots, the orbs, all right, the UFOs, as the so-called white man will call them, which are the chariots of Israel. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Remember, the chariots are referred to as clouds, as a whirlwind, as the chariots of Israel. This is how the elect are going to be delivered from this day of the Lord, from the nuclear destruction, is we're going to ascend up into the chariots, into the orbs, and into the clouds. It says, and their enemies beheld them. In the same hour, there was a great earthquake. And what's going to cause that earthquake here in America? The nuclear missiles. And the 10th part of the city fell. And what is the 10th part of the city? The different FEMA regions that America is broken into from 1 to 9. You see? And what is going to cause that great earthquake? When these missiles shake, rattle, and roll this earth, man. And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and 7 means complete. So remember, all of those bunkers that these millionaires have in America, hey, that's going to be their tomb, and that's going to be their grave. Like I said, it might provide them some psychological comfort, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be slain, and they're not going to be able to hide themselves from the judgment that is coming. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. See, so hey man, hey, this place is through. You know, that psychological comfort that you might get from getting one of these bunkers will be cool. Like I said, you might be able to survive when all hell breaks loose and society collapses, and you can hide yourself when they bring in these new lockdowns and shit is locked up. But and from the cannibalism and the famine and the pestilences and the sicknesses, you see. But ultimately, when the nuclear missiles hit, hey, this little picture they're showing you, that shit ain't going to remain. It's going to be their tomb. That shit's going to be utterly destroyed and crushed and melted, and everybody inside is going to be destroyed, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. And until the next one, shalom.